there because the moisture is getting locked in by the heat.
Wow.
Now you're only cooking on one burner there.
That's right.
You don't have to turn off 4 of them on the cook. You turn the one on that you need in order to cook.
Which, and infrared's actually,
I didn't notice that.
yeah, it's actually a very efficient type of a grill because it transfers so much heat upward that it doesn't take very much fuel to propel it.
Okay.
Whereas there's a lot of grills where they're an open flame.
Yeah.
Traditional gas grill, you look at it, you see the burner, and there's a flame right there. It's not very efficient because the flame, all you're getting is the amount of heat that rises off the fire into the food, and there's a lot of loss there.
Okay.
It's also when you have a lot of flame ups.
Okay. Now you're cooking this one for about how long now?
You're probably towards the end of the second minute on that.
I turned it and get those nice crisscross grill marks on there.
Okay.
Probably into the second or third minute or so. Okay. We'll flip that over in a second. Right now I want to show you a great sort of vegetarian dish. I really like portobello mushrooms as a meat substitute. I'm not a vegetarian myself, but they really have a similar texture that gives you that meaty feel. So these I've marinated with balsamic vinegar, pecan oil, salt, pepper, and garlic. And again, we'll just throw them right down.
Now see, it's a lot of what you put in to make that taste. I mean, all that wonderful stuff you put in it. Because if you just buy one of those and cook it, it's not very good. No,
but you can flavor it and stay healthy, and it actually, if a portobello done right, I'd take it over a great hamburger almost any day. It's just delicious. Yeah. And a lot of, you can do a portobello steak out of a large one, and it's really very delicious. You can flavor it up the way you want to. There's a lot of very healthy spices that you can use. Quite a few of the spices that we carry now are salt-free for those that have that concern, and they still taste wonderful.
See how pretty and green the
Oh, I know it.
All the vitamins are still in them.
The key to cooking most vegetables is making sure that they still have some snap to them. Make sure that you have a good color on there, and that's a good indication that you have all of your, like you said, all of your vitamins still intact.
And that is so important for you.
Now on our blog, as I mentioned earlier, we post our recipes. We're big on vegetables. We do a vegetable or two at every lesson, and we post those recipes. We've done, I can't think of anything we haven't done. I mean, Brussels sprouts, believe it or not, were one of our most popular blog entries. People loved it. It was Chris's recipe, came out spectacular. I remember actually when he introduced it, he said, okay, a lot of you don't like Brussels sprouts, and I don't care. You're going to try it tonight. There was nothing left.
And they did, and they enjoyed it.
Cleaned it out.
I want you to lift that, well, I guess you can. Can they take the boom and get a shot of that steak with the cross marks on it? Yeah, I got it. That is awesome with that steak, and you did it with this grill.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's an indication.
How do you get that cross marks on there? But that's what
you got to have a really, really hot surface to create that sear mark. That's right. It's the sear mark. And if you don't have a really hot surface, you're going to have something over 700 degrees at minimum to create that kind of a mark.
Wow.
Now, if you're using a charcoal grill, one of the ways to get that is to use a cast iron grate. Replace the one that came with your grill with a cast iron grate. Cast iron absorbs heat better than the metal that is normally used for grates, so it'll get much hotter than the air around it.
So you can get them from you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now, what about the guys that have the fireboxes on the side of their
okay, so those are offset competition type grills. Yeah. That's the kind you see. It's a trailer usually, or a very, very large. That is, you got to understand, in that world, high heat is 400 degrees. Yeah. When you talk to those guys about cooking really hot, they're thinking 450. You're not searing steaks at 450. Yeah. You can cook a steak at 450, but it's not going to have that pretty cross-cut sear mark that you're looking for. It's just a different style. But that grill is primarily designed for large quantities of low and slow to keep a ton of moisture in and provide, I mean, you're talking, they're cooking 20 to 40 to 60 Boston butts at one time. Yeah. So they're doing some massive quantities there. It's really not an all-purpose grill. Okay. It's not nearly as flexible. Right. Usually the really good rigs like that, and we do sell rigs like that, will have additional units. For instance, our rigs, you can put 1 or 2 of any size green egg up to 2 extra larges on the front of that trailer. So you've got the flexibility of a green egg and the volume of a pull behind. You can also put fry units on them. Okay. You can actually put fry units on these grills. So you can really get versatile with one unit. You don't have to have a whole ton of equipment. Just most people want it.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah.
Now,
nothing wrong with that.
Now let me see here. you've made sweet potatoes and asparagus and spinach and tuna, and now the portobellos.
We're missing shrimp.
Missing shrimp?
Gotta have some
Can
shrimp.
do shrimp.
Ooh,
Oh, man
close
down.
call, man.
You got
All right.
him. He's still
Yeah,
there.
he's
Still
not,
there?
He's not
All right.
gone.
No, he's still there.
Save him.
Outstanding.
Shrimp is one of my personal favorites. It's one of those foods that just, when it's done right, it just tastes healthy. It's outstanding in flavor. It's something that, yes, it's a little bit more expensive than others, but when you're ready to really treat yourself, this is a spectacularly easy way to do shrimp on a grill. And you don't have to have an Evo. Again, we really try to target, Fireside Outdoor Kitchens, we try very hard to target that you don't have to buy something new. You can use what you have. A
And you go
skillet
to
like
people's houses and you look at what they have and
we do.
help them. You can build an outside kitchen. And
We do. We do all the design work for custom outdoor kitchens. We do not build them, but we have referrals that we can send you to that do great work. A griddle like this is something that you could use to do this very cook. I'm going to step back behind you. This is if you're cooking on a smaller grill, especially a green egg type, this is a soapstone. It's made of a solid rock. Soapstone insulates heat as well as any natural element in the world, and it's a griddle. So you can do shrimp on this really, really easily on any grill you own. So this would work beautifully on this grill or this grill, and of course on this one as well.
well, I hate to tell you, we're out of time, but we're going to be back for those that are staying with us and those that are leaving us. Give us your website again.
Yeah, it's Fireside Outdoor Kitchens and Grills. The website is idratherbefireside.com. So idratherbefireside.com.
And you can go on there and get recipes and their blogs and teach you how to cook. You're going to love it. It's all about taking care of the temple. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.